I want to go to Mr. Satya Prakash Mishra, who's joining me in the studio right now. Satya Prakash Mishra, first up, I just want to ask you, is it true or are these just charges? And I'll take you through one by one. Son-in-law of Ramvilas Paswan is now appointed the chairperson of the SC Commission. Son-in-law of Jitin Ram Majhi, who is your ally, appointed vice chairman of SC Commission. Your own party leader, Ashok Chaudhary's son-in-law, received appointment in Dharma Nyaya Vyas. Now, your leader, Nitish Kumar's principal secretary's wife, has been appointed in Women's Commission as Education Minister. Other senior JDU leader, Sanjay Jha, both his daughters, and we'll play out the notification as well, both his daughters have received Supreme Court counsel appointments. Is it true? And all of this in the last 1 month, yes or no, sir?
There is all reports in media. I start with Honorable Sri
So you're
Sanjay
saying it's
Jha.
not true?
I start with whatever the media reports are there related to that. I start with, if daughter of Sanjay Jha has been appointed as a counsel in SC, I must tell that Bihar is proud of such a daughter who studied LLM in Stanford University.
Not one, two daughters.
Two daughters. One daughter is product of Harvard University and other is Stanford University. Two daughters of Bihar from Darbhanga district, if went to Harvard and Stanford, it is a proudest moment for Bihar. I salute both of the daughters of Sanjay Jha ji. Second, Shayan Kunal, the son of Kishore Kunal, the ex-IPS officer, and he was the founder of Mahavir Mandir Trust, Patna. So, he has his own capacity.
Who's he the son-in-law of?
Son-in-law is something different. He has his own identity. Suppose somebody got married to a member of parliament, Sambhavi Chaudhary, prior to, she was not member of parliament when they got married. Shayan Kunal has his own social identity in a field of social work and specifically in the spirituality. He is running schools and everyone is capable to hold such positions. If you blame Nitish Kumar, if Tejaswi Yadav blames Nitish Kumar, let's start with the family of Tejaswi Yadav. Lalu Yadav became chief minister and Rabri Devi was not in a politics. She was just brought from kitchen to the CM post of Bihar. What was that? And two son-in-law of the, Lalu Prasad Yadav was appointed under the quota of science and technology. He was sent to Rajya Sabha, Shadu Yadav and Subhas Yadav, both. And later on, two daughters of, Rabri Devi and Lalu Prasad Yadav, Ragini Acharya, Rohini Acharya, and Misa Bharti, both were provided with Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha ticket. What was that? And Tejaswi Yadav and Tej Pratap Yadav both became the minister in Bihar government. So 8 members from the same family became ministers, member of parliament, MLA and everything.
Sir, your time
if these people, one last line, if these people who has quality to become the member or SC council or any other chairmanship, it is welcome, it must be welcome.
Your time is up, I'll circle back to you. But Mr. Satya Prakash Mishra, hold on to that thought because, you've gone into sometimes some things are indefensible and it's tragic that spokesperson need to come and defend a party line. But you said that you're proud of the two daughters, both the daughters. One of them was enrolled in 2019, the other one was enrolled in 2020. They were both October this year. They were both given appointments as Supreme Court counsel. Usually, sir, it needs 7 years of enrollment for an appointment to the Supreme Court counsel appointments. I'm just giving you, I'll come back to you, right? I'll come back to you. Like I said, sometimes it's, mull on that thought. And it's very interesting also that both daughters together, were given that appointment. I want to cut across to Dr. Rajay Alok, National Spokesperson, BJP, and we'll go to the other spokesperson as well. Dr. Alok, sometimes, like I said, it is difficult to defend the indefensible, number one. Do you agree with the list of appointments? And maybe, sir, you'd be able to tell us more if it's true. Because, let me go again. Son-in-law of Ramvilas Paswan appointed chairman of SC Commission. Son-in-law of Jitin Ram Majhi appointed vice chairperson of SC Commission. Son-in-law of JDU leader Ashok Chaudhary receives appointment in Dharma Nyaya board. Wife of Deepak Prasad, who is Nitish Kumar's principal secretary, appointed in Women's Commission. Both daughters of Sanjay Jha, who only after, I would reckon, 4 and 3 years of enrollment have received Supreme Court counsel appointments. Now, Do you think it's wrong to make a nepotism charge, Dr. Raji Alok? All of these appointments have happened in the last few months only, sir.
No, I'll come one by one. Tejasvi Yadav very famously quoted, कि अब जमाई आयोग बना देना चाहिए. You know, these words, where he got it from? If you remember covering Jharkhand elections, we heard that Jamai Gaon ban rahe hain. So from Jamai Gaon, here comes the Jamai Club. Good enough. But he conveniently forgets that there was a Sasural going on. And we used to mock at that point of time that Sasural means Sa for Sadhu, Su for Subhash, Ra for Rabdi, and La for Lalu. Sasural government run by Sala Ayog. Because both the Salas were doing quite nicely, Sadhu and Subhash. But unfortunately, this was a case of only one party. Here, what we are discussing right now is a coalition of 5 parties. Definitely, in an India government, we have a coalition of 5 parties, and the appointments of boards or appointment for the council definitely will go to our supporters. There is no doubt about it. Every government does it, and we also have done it. And accordingly, the similar quotas were placed for different parties. Jitan Ramanji was asked to place his nominee. Ramvilas Paswan was asked to place his nominee. JDU was supposed to place their nominee. BJP was supposed to place their nominee. Now, let me give you a revelation. Mr. Son of Mr. Kishore Kunal, Santam Kalyan, is a nominee of a combined JDU and BJP party because his father, Kishore Kunal, was a very prominent person. He unfortunately is no more with us, and he used to be attached with Ram Mandir Trust. So we had a consent. For BJP also had a consent. So JDU decided on their part to nominate Sanjay Jha's daughter as the Supreme Court counsel. And by the way, there are not only 2 Supreme Court counsels from Bihar, there are at least 15 Supreme Court counsels from Bihar, many more are yet to come. And all these, this bodies, these are all not, none of them are constitutional bodies. Everything dissolves once the Chief Minister resigns after the election. So it's just a matter of 5 months. Why so hue and cry? And every party has a right.
Dr. Raji Alok, like I said, sir, usually you're a very reasonable man and you always come up with very strong and plausible defenses of your party. Sometimes it's difficult to defend the indefensible, and why I say it is difficult to defend the indefensible is, you talk about both daughters of Sanjay Jha, JDU. The notification came out jointly of both the daughters, and it's interesting because one of them was enrolled in 2019, the other one in 2020. Usually, the trajectory of a Supreme Court counsel, sir, and I would think you also know that, is about 7 years before their appointment takes place. They've been appointed in less than that time. It's not a rule, but it is usually the norm, is what, the norm is where the Council of Supreme Court is concerned. We gave you the whole list of the others, but of what you said was during the time of the RJD, it was Jamai Raj. The same thing right now, it seems, with the NDA is Damad Raj. So nothing much has changed, Priyanka Bharti. Today, if it came from the RJD, the charges that have been made would not sound so rich if the same was not followed by your principal family. I just want to lay out the family tree of the RJD. And possibly every appointment there at the time of, forget about when you were in power, even when you're not in power, has been positioned, appointed by a family member itself. So what really in the world is RJD speaking of? You did exactly what is happening right now. It seems that's the norm in Bihar, and ultimately those who are paying the highest price are people fighting for meritocracy.
Preeti ji, if nepotism happens in politics, people have the power to accept or reject a leader through their votes. But what's happening right now in Bihar is different sort of nepotism. As you earlier also showed pictures, they are following the footprints of Mr. Amit Shah, as Amit Shah made his son Jai Shah in 2013 Joint Secretary of Gujarat Cricket Association. In 2017, Jai Shah became Secretary of BCCI. And in 2019, he became unopposed youngest ever ICC chairman at the age of 35. What was his merit? Similarly, Sanjay Jha, as you also said, made his 2 daughters brought in council, Group A panel council for conducting central government litigation, and through Damad Kalyan Ayog, and also self-claimed RSS quota, there's something like that. Ashok Chaudhary claimed that his son-in-law got appointed in Dharma Nyas board, and benefiting from the same Damad Kalyan scheme, Ramvilas Paswan's son-in-law and Jitan Ram Manjhi's son-in-law also got key positions in the commission. Not only the ministers, even the officers are getting their wives appointed in women's commission. Now the question is, when you talk about meritocracy, doesn't it come from privileges? When you talk about two daughters of Sanjay Jha, I would like to tell, what is the fee structure of Stanford and Harvard? It's in crores. So these two daughters should also come in front and talk about, did they get any scholarship from these two universities, or it was Papa's money? Because as you also mentioned, that for coming in Supreme Court Council, one needs years and years of experiences. And he said, Ajay Alok said there are 15 members. These 15 members went through meritocracy. Now everyone
Priyanka
wants to...
Bharti, allow me, I'll freeze your time. Allow me to come in. What credibility did Lalu Yadav's wife, Rabri Devi, have to become the chief minister? What credibility, did any of the daughters have in terms of getting the ticket?
You know what is the
It's a
credibility
question.
of Rabri Devi? Yeah, just in question. I'm answering your question. The credibility of Rabri Devi was, during the period when Rabri Devi was leading RJD, RJD became the biggest party in Bihar. That is credibility of Rabri Devi. Along with it, she opened
Madam,
how many-
like I said, sometimes it's okay to raise questions, but you can only do so if you
I
don't
tell
live in glass. No, sir, please allow me to open up the panel. You can only do so if you don't live in glass houses. That's it. So, it's the pot calling the kettle black, but ultimately who suffers is the common man out there. I want to cut across to Neeraj Mishra, Congress spokesperson. Dr. Alok, I'll come back to the both of you. Just allow me to open up the panel. I'll come to you, sir. I'll come to you. We're giving equal time to everyone. Neeraj Mishra, sir, I'll come back to you. Just allow me to get a Neeraj Mishra from the Congress. Neeraj Mishra, the question that I ask you is today, it's all well and good for the Congress to raise questions of Damad Raj, Jamai Raj, son-in-law commission, but look at your own allies. You can't pick one and leave the other, no? Good for the gander, good for the goose.
Preeti ji, I'll try to be a little more honest than what my fellow panelists have been. You'll have to understand that this is a very different sort of nepotism. When you talk about regional parties or maybe a national party like us, where we have a legacy of leaders who come from a family, most of them have made their career into electoral politics. They have gone for people's vote, they have been voted in, and they have been elected as leaders and then taken up other positions. Now, what is happening in Bihar, or maybe in other alliance states also where NDA alliance is there, most of these parties who are partners in alliance are trying to have a share of power through these appointments. And we have all known that these appointments have been a source of power sharing in the sense that you adjust people who are important for you. We would have appreciated that in a state like Bihar, there were a lot of thinkers, intellectuals, social workers have been there in the forefront. They would have been accommodated. We had appreciated when JDU had offered their Rajya Sabha seat to someone from Karnataka who had been working for them and the social movement. But today, when they appoint somebody from Chirag Paswan's family, when they appoint somebody from Ashok Chaudhary's family, and when they appoint somebody from all other, maybe Sanjay Jha's family, like you have mentioned. So all these people are taking places of those people who actually had the merit to represent the cause. But today the problem is because NDA alliance in Bihar is in a tight spot, they are not able to have a understanding of how the seat sharing is going to happen, how the government is going to work, and how this next 6 months when the election is approaching, how they are going to move forward.
Okay,
Now,
your time's up, sir. Time's up.